This is so important, and it starts with showing interest and care for students. Talk to them by using their names correctly pronounced. Listen actively to them. We're so often in a rush in schools that we don't get their stories. They tell us their stories in the tempo we need them. They cut to the chase. We don't get the texture, and we show our tempo, not listening to theirs. So when we can, we often are in a rush, but when we can, really listen. If the student is telling a story, let them tell the story. There's a researcher, Russell Qualia, who has books about teacher voice and principal voice and student voice, and has surveys, called all those same things. And the survey, Student Voice, 50 or 60,000 kids have been taking it since 2008. So there's a lot of data. And the data varies school to school, but the correlations are really consistent. That's what the book is about. Students who tend to say agree or strongly agree to this, say agree or strongly agree to that. So he has a really important example along the lines of this question about how kids perceive an emotionally supportive teacher, a teacher who cares. So there's a question on the student survey and on the adult survey. The parallel question. The student survey question is something like, teachers at this school care about students. And it turns out that, I forget, maybe somewhere between 1/3 and 2/3, give or take, of the kids in any given school say teachers care. The teachers on the parallel question, teachers at the school care about students, all say they care, right? The teachers all say they care. So Russ went to the teachers and said, well, all of you seem to think that you care, and only 47%, or whatever it was at that particular school, of the kids think you care. So how do you think you show you care? And the adults said, well, we grade papers fast, and we give feedback, and we try to make our lessons so engaging. So Russ went to the kids. And he said, well, 47% of you say teachers care, but 100% of your teachers think they care. So I asked them how they think they show they care. And they said all these things about working so hard on having engaging lessons and correcting papers in a timely way, to which the kids all said, well, that's their job. That's what they get paid to do. That doesn't mean they know my name or how to pronounce it or what I do after school or what sports team I'm on or that my dog just died. That does not mean they know anything about me. So with that story, we'll underline it's important just to know who kids are beyond how they're doing in an academic class. Something about the rest of their life, reaching out, showing a sense of accessibility, showing that you are a teacher kids can come to, which includes having regular check-in practices. Sometimes that means just making sure that you're having 1-minute conversations each week with each student. Doesn't have to be every day, but for students to have a pattern of you are a teacher who talks to them and who wants to know about them, that you are then creating that atmosphere, showing that you are supportive.